Today we've come to Frome pump track in Somerset. It's a small tarmac track that took me less than 20 seconds to do a lap of, although there is the option to loop around for a double lap. The track is located in Welshmill Park, close to the town centre. Parking is available close by at the Cattle Market car park, and you can follow the path by the river to get to the pump track. It's a pay and display car park, so it will cost you a few quid, depending on how long you stay for. You may be lucky and find somewhere close by to park for free, but you have to figure that one out for yourself. The town's train station is about a mile away, so this is also a reasonable option for getting there. There aren't any massive jumps on the track, this one being the biggest, and most of the features are mellow and suitable for young or novice riders, as well as dads who like to sneak laps on their kids' bikes while they're not looking. Despite being pretty mellow, the layout is tight and becomes challenging as you get faster or start putting together less obvious lines. When it was first built, the track was surfaced with stone dust and only the corners were tarmac. When the straights were tarmacked, it created these kind of clefts between the old and new tarmac. If I had one complaint about the track itself, this would be it. Experienced riders will find their way around these imperfections, but a lot of riders will just have to bump through them. Next door to the track is a decent sized play park, handy if you have young kids in tow. Things that I particularly liked about this track were the ease of access. Getting here by car is straightforward, and using the train is also a practical option. I found the track fun to ride, and you can make it as challenging as you like by going faster or linking together new lines or combos. There are toilets and shops nearby. Public toilets seem to have gone out of fashion in the last few years, so this is a refreshing change. Finally, there's something here for everyone, from balanced bikers upwards. Things that I wasn't quite so keen on were the small sides of the track. For a town the size of Frome, it's a little bit disappointing, and there's clearly a demand for a larger track, as it's often busy and crowded. The lumpy joins between the old and new tarmac surfaces can be annoying. I don't know who did the later tarmacking work, but if it was a professional track builder, it is a bit disappointing. Finally, the behaviour of some of the locals sometimes makes it a less appealing place to ride. It's very popular with scooters, and whilst I'm not going to get into whether or not scooters should be allowed on pump tracks, it's a fact that they often use them very differently to bikes. Their habit of congregating on top of jumps and going back and forth between two lips is very annoying when all you want to do is a quick lap. Expect also to hear lots of swearing and crude teenage humour. Not ideal if you don't want your kids exposed to such things. With its plentiful parking and reasonable public transport links, I've given the track 9 out of 10 for accessibility. I can't find much fault with the design itself, but there's nothing wildly creative, and the lumpy transition between the old and new surfaces does let it down a bit. Frome is generally quite a clean town, and the pump track is no different. The track is in good order, other than the odd crack which will need attention at some time in the future. Whilst I don't feel like I'm about to get mugged while I'm here, I wouldn't leave anything, especially my bike, lying around. With toilets and shops close at hand, I can't fault the other facilities on offer. Overall, this gives Frome Pump Track a score of 7.8 out of 10. If you'd like to visit, I've left the postcode in the video description. Please leave a comment if you think I've been unfair about anything that I've said in this video, or if anything has changed since I visited that would warrant another trip. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.